Hi guys, and I know, it's been a while and I'm sorry. I've been really busy with everything, but I'm back now, 2020, here we go. So yeah, I want to welcome you guys to a new series called Fill a Sketchbook with me. And the reason that I decided to categorize is slightly different from my usual paint with me is because, well, one, it's in Sketchbook, but also because I guess paint with me's are more intentional and these are more experimental, as in this is where I exercise and practice my skills, and paint with me are where I execute them, if that makes sense. So today we're going to be painting some oranges and morning glory blossoms. I found this beautiful reference picture on Pinterest and I just love it and I thought I had to draw it. I also thought that it should be relatively easy to paint since it consists of pretty basic structures like mainly circles, since I just want to paint without having to think too much about it. No pressure kind of thing, don't think, just do. That's what I tell myself. Just play around, mess around, and see what you get. I mean, I'm saying no pressure, but considering this is a moleskin sketchbook, which, if you know, is kind of unnecessarily expensive, I mean, there's a little pressure. But I bought one anyway, just for the aesthetics. Anyway, I've never actually painted oranges before, even though they should seem quite simple. It's always intimidating to paint something which you've never painted before. Also, as you can maybe tell, I'm a little unsure about what approach I should take. I first tried filling in the middle general shade of the orange and then working my way into the darker tones and highlights. And for the next ones, I figured maybe it would be better to start with the darker tones and then working my way up from there, which is also quite new for me because I normally work from light to dark instead of dark to light. But it's the little things like this that I think in the long run will significantly improve your understanding and technical skills. I'm actually using gouache paints today, which is also an experience because, in fact, I'm not very experienced with using gouache this way, as in using it dry like oils or acrylics, because I usually use them more like watercolors, but again, we're trying something new and that's what we're doing today. 2020, here we go. You know what, I think it's coming together. On that note of it being like the new year and stuff, I do want to talk about some key points and art goals which I've set for myself, which I want to share with you guys because maybe you'll find it useful and maybe you'll consider doing it too, and that way we can go on this whole art adventure together. So the first one is challenge yourself to create something new and relieve yourself from that pressure of not getting it right the first time, or the second time, or maybe even the third time. Because chances are you won't figure out what works yet, but with every trial and error, you figure out what doesn't, and that way you still learn something valuable. And it really doesn't have to be anything dramatic or too complicated. I mean, as great as it is to challenge yourself, sometimes you just need a little warm-up to jumpstart your creativity. So just start with something small. Paint an orange, for example. The second is experiment with different techniques, media, and styles. I think most of us have grown comfortable to using a specific medium, but you'd be surprised by the difference it makes to try different media. And again, don't worry about getting it right, just play around with it, or even paint swatches, just to see how the paint behaves on paper, for example. Take those baby steps out of your comfort zone. The third one is make art for the sake of making art and not in an attempt to create a masterpiece. Learn to enjoy the creative process and not worry too much about the final product, and relieve yourself from that pressure of creating perfection. I know these things are way easier said than done. There's this quote that says that painting is really easy when you don't know how, but extremely difficult when you do, by Edgar Degas, I think. I might have pronounced that wrong, but I don't know. Because when you know how to do something, you also know exactly how to do it wrong, which can be scary, and I think that explains it quite well. I also struggle with the morning glories, as you can see. I changed my approach to it a couple times. I know that there's a lot of uncertainty in this video, which I guess may be annoying for some of you because you probably watched this channel expecting a tutorial from someone who knows what they're talking about, but in reality, that's not the reality, and I think that all of us as artists or as people in general are constantly learning. Just because someone is a master at landscapes, let's say, doesn't mean that they know how to do portraits, or vice versa. we all have our individual strengths, and that's great, and I guess because of that we stick to doing what we always do, but we should remember that our weaknesses are there to help us grow and not to scare us off. So yeah, this is the reality, and I just want to clarify that because I want people to see this channel and my videos as a safe space for us to learn and understand that there are a lot of things that we can't do, and there are a lot of things that we have to learn, but that's okay, and hopefully we have some fun doing it together and enjoy each other's company. So I'm just gonna finish this painting off with some extra details, and then I'm also gonna be using light color pencil to add more depth and more shadows, and then afterwards I'm gonna be going in with white pencil to add highlights and finishing touches. And we're almost there. I kind of like how this painting turned out, actually. I'm pretty proud of it. But yeah, this is the final piece, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one soon, hopefully soon. But yeah, bye. For the theme of this video, I wanted to show you guys my oranges. Yes, I have oranges. Even though they're literally not orange, so yeah. Be impressed by my non-orange orange. And here are my fish. Hello.